Hey everyone, Meg Loves Games here, and this is my poor attempt at the 1x1 house challenge that Flabberleaky posted to win 70s, 80s, 90s stuff. Now, I've said it in my last speed build, but I'll say it again, and I also put it on his Facebook as well. It's not an entrance. It's not an entry. I feel like if I really was desperate for 70s, 80s, 90s stuff, I would have posted it even though I know him. And I know that he's not the kind of person that would just be like, favourite because you're my friend. But I don't know. I just kind of felt like, you know what, I'm just going to do it for the hell of it. So yeah, that's what I did. And I just thought it was a fun challenge. I wasn't really in it for the monies. So yeah, if you didn't already know, it's the 1x1 house kind of thing. Now, I've already built one of these. I did it back in September. It was Tiny Tower, as it was called, like the iOS game that I got obsessed with for a long time. But yes, it wasn't my favourite build I've ever done. I think it was kind of square. I think this one kind of is as well. There's only really so much you can do with the space, and I mean, some people do it fantastically. I mean, I've seen some great entrances, and entries. That's what I meant to say. I've seen some fantastic entries on the SimSupply Facebook page. They are brilliant, and I wouldn't have any. They wouldn't have any competition with me anyway. So even if I did enter it, anyways. But yes, I tried to make this one a little less square. It is square, and there's lots of squares in it. But I think there's more detail to it. Or at least I hope. Because, I don't know. Never mind. So I added these pools underneath. I kind of like them. I think they're like my favourite bit. I like the fact that there was like this area of pool underneath. I thought that was quite cool. And as you can tell by the title, Ecomania. If you haven't seen the thumbnail, if the thumbnail hasn't come up for you or something, you'll soon see why I've decided to name it that. It becomes very apparent in the stylized, in the way it's stylized, just how eco it becomes. And I don't know, I kind of saw the green and I was like, right, it's an eco house now. This is the exact moment where I'm like, eco house, let's go. So I did. And I kind of went with the kind of green and brown kind of theme, keep it natural, you know, as you do. And I really actually do like the way this house turns out. I mean, it's not, I mean, you might go ahead and say that it's not brilliant. It isn't brilliant, but I think I did well with considering the challenge of being constrained to 1x1. I think that kind of sucks, being constrained to 1x1 anyways. So yes, I just messed around with colours and windows and stuff for a while. I did the bubbles. I've never used the bubbles actually on a house before. They came with town life stuff, and they're only really useful if you're making a pool or a gym with a pool in. So yeah. And here comes the blight of green walls, which don't end up being that colour, thank God. Well, they're kind of similar. I just kind of make them more wall-like rather than just putting like that flat stone. I kind of went with some siding, as you do, and then I went with wood as well, because wood is very eco and fun and great. So yes, there's a hole in the inside right now, as you can see, and it is becoming a fountain inside the house. Now, I know it's a 1x1 house and there isn't really much space for it, but I think the space allowed for it in some way. I kind of looked at it and was like, it's gonna work, and then I took the pictures of the downstairs, and it actually does fit quite well in there, so you should see that soon. I hope I put the pictures on the end of this speed thing, because I'm so bad with editing. I either put them in after I've done the voiceover, or I put them in before, and I can never quite tell which way I've done it. because that's just the way I go. Anyways, we're already halfway through. It's because this one's really short, because 1, there's a smaller space to work with, and 3, I kind of felt like rage quitting half the time. So the second it became like a house looking thing, I was like, right, done, now, leave me alone. Alright, I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Just enjoy the interior design, flooring. I like the colour of the flooring, actually. Oh, what it ends up being. But yes, enjoy your flooring. Ah, Starbucks ground coffee in a Starbucks mug. Someone likes Starbucks, huh? I only found out the other day that you could get free refills with their filter coffee. Interesting. Anyways, here's the innards of my house. See, we've got a decent sized kitchen. You've got everything you need there. And I stuck the little recycle can under the bin, under the stairs even, because it was just a nice space to put it in. And obviously it's a recycle bin, because these guys are eco as hell. But yes. Laying out the upstairs was a little bit harder, because there was only like so much space. And I wanted a bathroom, as you do, because most houses need a bathroom. In fact, all houses need a bathroom. Let's be honest. And, yeah, I had to constrain it to just a shower, but I did come up with a good excuse. Since it's an eco house, they don't want to waste too much water, so they shower rather than having baths. And that's why they don't have a TV, because they'd be wasting electricity, which isn't, because it's not a basic need. And you could, like food, sure, have a stove, but TV, it's like a luxury. So, you're not having it. Don't waste too much electricity. Or else. So yes. I love it when I have a little backstory to my houses. I think it makes them a bit more characteristic. No, not characteristic. Makes them have a bit more character, is what I was trying to say. It just gives them that little bit of, that's cute. That's adorable. That really fits. That kind of thought going on. Sticking loads of plants everywhere, as you do. It's called an eco house, of course. I like the little accents of green. I kind of went a tiny bit overboard, as you do. Sorry, something came up and I was like, go away. And I like the bathroom set, actually. It came with Master Suite stuff, and it is kind of like wooden already, so I was like, yes, you fit with my house, I love you. And I actually really do like the design of this bedroom. I think it's cramped, but I think it's nice. And I used that same bed again, didn't I? I used the same damn bed. I've really been liking that bed at the moment. I think it's a conversion from Glamour Life stuff from Sims 2. It looks a lot like the ones from Glamour Life. I never got that stuff back. I will eBay it or something. I must. But yes, I do like the decoration of that thingamy. So yes. I keep saying so yes, because I have very little left to say. And because it's eco, I kind of went a little bit like crazy with the landscaping in the space I had, and I just thought this tree. You need a good tree in the back of an eco house. So I was like trying to find the best one, and I really do love bamboo, and I like the how fragile it looks, but still kind of full of colour and leaves and stuff. So I sound really like I know stuff. I don't. I just kind of I like it, and so that's all I have to say. And the old dirt edging, I kind of left it kind of rough with this one, because to be honest, I think they would kind of leave it rough, leave it as it is. Oh god, oh that must have been hell. I think this is where I started to rage quit. Oh man, that does not look great. It's funny because that trellis kind of looked a bit like spider's legs at the time, so I just thought it was quite funny. Actually, I do weaken it up a little bit, but I do add a lot of dirt in where the bamboo stems kind of reach out and stuff, and I think this is pretty much it. Oh, bikes, because they're ecos and they cycle, and I completely forgot lights, and then I put them in. I think I filmed this separate. Yeah, because I've got live mode there. I'm that cool. yeah, I added some light to the fountains because I thought that looked quite cool in the night time. It looks really funny because they're at like a height of a normal wall, these spider bug lights, and they're not actually. And here is some photographs. It's funny, those windows look like they're glowing. I don't know why. But here's the living room. I like the space actually, and I like it with the fountain as well. You can just see it in the corner there. A little cramped bathroom, but it's a cozy one, and it does the job. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon.